皆さんこんにちは。Welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a super common yet tricky suffix, じゃない in Japanese. There are many ways to use じゃない depending on the context and intonation, and it's really important for speaking natural Japanese. In this video, I will break down each usage one by one. So grab your notebook. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the basic use of じゃない making negative statement. In Japanese, we use じゃない to negate nouns, not adjectives like 便利な、きれいな、静かな。For nouns, just add じゃない after the noun. For not adjective, you drop な and add じゃない。For example, サトシは先生じゃない。サトシは先生じゃない。それ、笑い事じゃないよ。それ、笑い事じゃないよ。このアプリ、思ったより便利じゃない。このアプリ、思ったより便利じゃない。But if you want to negate i-adjectives like 面白い、暑い、安い、we don't use じゃない。Instead, we drop i and add くない like 面白くない。暑くない。安くない。Next, じゃない can also be used when you are seeking confirmation. Like saying, isn't it? Or right in English. But here's the key. Intonation. You must raise your tone at the end. Like, じゃない?じゃない?Here's some examples. あそこにいるの、稽古じゃない?あそこにいるの、稽古じゃない?この景色、きれいじゃない?この景色、きれいじゃない?Be careful with your intonation. If you don't raise your tone at the end, the meaning completely changes. Let's listen and compare. きれいじゃない?きれいじゃない。きれいじゃない?きれいじゃない。See the differences. The first one, きれいじゃない means, isn't it beautiful? While the second one, きれいじゃない means, it's not beautiful. This is why getting correct intonation is super important. There is more casual and somewhat masculine way to say this. じゃね?じゃね? Make sure to raise your intonation at the end. Let's try. あそこにいるの、稽古じゃね?あそこにいるの、稽古じゃね?この景色、きれいじゃね?この景色きれいじゃね? Have you ever wondered what じゃないんじゃない mean? It sounds confusing, right? But if you break it down, it's actually negative statement combined with seeking confirmation. In English, it's like saying, isn't it not blah blah. This phrase is commonly used when someone is doubting or questioning something. For example, そのシャネルのバッグ、本物じゃないんじゃない?そのシャネルのバッグ、本物じゃないんじゃない? In this case, the speaker suspects that the Chanel purse might be fake. Now, じゃない can also be used when you suddenly realize or recognize something, or when you make an unexpected discovery in everyday conversation. It works like, oh, it's blah blah, or wait, isn't it blah blah? In English. For this usage, your intonation should rise at the end with a surprise tone like, じゃない?じゃない? For example, まさかガス欠じゃない?まさかガス欠じゃない?あれ、アンナのスマホじゃない?あれ、アンナのスマホじゃない?今日ってアリサの誕生日じゃない?今日ってアリサの誕生日じゃない? Next, じゃない can be used as an exclamation to express your personal opinion with strong feelings like admiration or surprise. When using じゃない this way, your intonation should be firm with a slight force at the end. Let's look at some examples. 彼女、めっちゃ可愛いじゃない。彼女めっちゃ可愛いじゃない。それ、マジで最低じゃない。それマジで最低じゃない。However, じゃない in this usage can sound a little feminine. If you want to sound more neutral, you can replace じゃない with じゃん。じゃん。which is more commonly used in everyday speech. For example, 彼女めっちゃ可愛いじゃん。彼女めっちゃ可愛いじゃん。それマジで最低じゃん。それマジで最低じゃん。Other common use of じゃない is when you emphasize a point with the nuance of it's obvious or you know it's true. This is especially useful when persuading someone, reminding them of something, or proving a point. It's similar to saying, come on, or see in English. For this usage, the intonation falls at the end with firm, persuasive tone. Like じゃない。じゃない。Let's look at some examples. ちゃんと勉強しなきゃダメじゃない。ちゃんと勉強しなきゃダメじゃない。だから言ったじゃない。だから言ったじゃない。カイト、甘いもの好きじゃない。カイト、甘いもの好きじゃない。Again, if you want to even more casual, you can replace with じゃん。ちゃんと勉強しなきゃダメじゃん。ちゃんと勉強しなきゃダメじゃん。だから言ったじゃん。だから言ったじゃん。カイト甘いもの好きじゃん。カイト甘いもの好きじゃん。Finally, じゃない can also be used to gently suggest something or give advice. It's like saying, shouldn't you blah blah? Or maybe you should blah blah in English. For this usage, you always use 方がいいん before じゃない。And your intonation should rise slightly at the end to make it sound like suggestion. For example, もう寝た方がいいんじゃない?もう寝た方がいいんじゃない?タバコやめた方がいいんじゃない?タバコやめた方がいいんじゃない?Once again, you can use じ じゃね instead of じゃない to make sounds more casual. もう寝た方がいいんじゃねもう寝た方がいいんじゃねタバコやめた方がいいんじゃねタバコやめた方がいいんじゃね And there you have it! 6 different ways to use じゃない in Japanese. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the next video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you like to see in my future videos. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for upcoming video. ではまた